Hey everybody, it's old Watachi. And yes, it's cold enough to start getting this hat back out. I wear my hat all winter. You guys know that shit. Uh, People, George Bush Sr. coined, I guess you could say, the word New World Order when he was president. And he said, when they are successful, and they will be, his exact words. Now, this morning I'm listening on one of your guys' favorite news channels, CNN, and now they are calling this the New World Order. They're not even people. They're not even lying to you anymore. They're telling you the truth. They're just lying to you about why they're doing what they're doing and what they're doing. But you see, people, they've been planning this shit since the Civil War, 140 years. They've been planning this shit. This is nothing new. There's nothing new under the sun. This has been done before, whether you believe it or not. It don't matter whether you believe it or not. Because if you don't believe it, then you're one of the fools that's going along with it. But these people today, you know, you look at our school systems. It ain't nothing but brainwashing propaganda teaching you to fall in line and do what you're told to do. That's all it is. You ain't getting no truth out of these people. You think Pearl Harbor was a sneak attack, you're a freaking idiot. Who do you think writes the history? The damn corrupted people that cause it. They're never in the war. They're never in the battles. They never die. Their families go on and on. Do you guys think Germany and Japan teach the same things to their kids in their schools that is taught to us? Do you guys know they used the size of our continents? Like they made America bigger than it really was in order to convince the kids and shit that America was this great big place. They did that on maps and stuff, folks. More of their bullshit brainwashing. You know, they're doing the same thing to us, folks, that they did to the Indians when they came in here and took his place from the Indians. They're treating us exactly the same way. They treated the Indians as savages. They didn't have no education. They didn't know what was for their own good. They were just basically somewhere between ape and what they called the white man or the humans that came here. They considered the Indians and the black people and stuff somewhere in between the ape and humans. So it was all right to kill them. They were no different than the animals. They call you a herd immunity, herd ever hive mind. They've been teaching you ain't nothing but an animal all through your school. I don't care how much education you got, even if you got 10 years of college. It teaches the same damn shit. They're just treating us all, we're all just a bunch of savages. We don't know, we ain't smart enough to know what's good for us. And you guys are damn sure making it seem that way, too. There, I've had so many different companies that I've started doing different shit. And I was paying guys uh, 25, 30 years ago, $15 an hour to work for me, tax free. I was paying them under the table. We are capable of doing that with people. It at that time, no, 30 years ago, $15 an hour wouldn't. Uh, it depend on how you live, but it wouldn't pay all your bills. You might have to do something on the side or whatever. But my mom and dad's generation was the last generation where the man could work and the woman could stay home and deal with the house and the kids. Now, although that generation was capable of that, just like my mom and dad, my dad when I was a kid, a baby, my dad was a union painter in Indianapolis. He worked for the oil companies in the union. Higher in the air he went, he got paid more money. So he wanted to be high in there, and he did. He worked on them big old tall water tanks, and he also worked oil tanks, and he worked on skyscrapers and stuff at different times off of swings. But when he went to work for a company, it was Y&B. They were union. They did nothing but oil companies. Standard, FINA, Sunoco, just in Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio. Now, he made enough money. He was making $18 an hour 50 years ago, people. 60 years ago. He was making $18 an hour. Now, granted, there was only one guy above him at the company he worked for, and that was the owner. And then there was my dad. They bought him a brand new van every 4 years, filled it with everything he needed, and he ran several crews. Well, he made enough money at his job to pay off our bills. Our bills, my mom and dad paid $16,000 for our first house that we lived in. They were paying like little over $100 a month for a payment. Our new car, I think, ran 80 to $100 a month. Car payment. We didn't have air conditioning, so our electric bill was just heat. We had gas heat, and we had whatever our electric bill was. We also, my mom and dad had a motor home that we went out in every year, several times. All their bills combined, folks, was $500 a month. New car, motorhome, house, all the bills combined with the house. My dad made that in 1 week. He made enough in 1 week to pay all the bills. That gave him 3 weeks of his pay alone that they didn't need to pay bills with. They were able to bank it or plan vacations, plan for Christmases and stuff like that with that money. Well, that wasn't enough. My mom, instead of being at home, she wanted to work too. She wanted to be a money maker too. And she did. She worked my entire life. I was home by myself, or me and my brother and sister, 90% of the time. That's why I got into the trouble I got in. Didn't really have nobody there. But he could pay all those bills, but my mom had to do it too. My mom was making, back when I was a kid, she worked for Bryant Air Conditioning out of Indianapolis, Indiana for years. She was making like 14, 15 bucks an hour 50 years or 40 years ago, 50 years ago. 14 bucks an hour, and on top of what my dad was making, folks. Which I don't know what happened to all the money, but they went on to even bigger and better jobs. My dad went into business for himself after that. My mom was working for Honeywell out in Phoenix, Arizona for years out there, retired from Honeywell. So they made some good money. But like I was saying, their generation was the last generation where the man could have paid all the bills and the wife could have stayed home and been the mother and a housewife like it was supposed to be. But the women changed all that. And on top of it, the government didn't want that. They wanted both parents working because then they're paying twice the taxes. So they didn't want nobody sitting at home. Well, now they don't want that. Now these clowns want us all sitting in the house, sucking off the whatever they're going to hand down to you, whatever scraps they're going to throw at you. Well, people, I don't know what to tell you, but if you haven't heard and noticed and found out about the shit that went on in that last election, and you don't think that was a fraudulent election, I don't know what to tell you. They all have been for a long time. But we know for a fact this last one definitely was. No, cities, complete cities in Arizona with hundreds of thousands of people in them. Didn't matter who you voted for. Everybody in that city got put a Biden vote out according to them. A lot of cities like that in Arizona. And then people are fucking saying, I didn't vote for that clown. Some of these cities had, say, 70,000 people in them. Somehow 140,000, 150,000 people voted. How did that happen? They say Biden is the most popular president ever elected in history. You guys will believe anything. He couldn't get a hall with 200 seats in it filled when he was campaigning. Neither could Hillary. And you guys all let that election fly by. Nobody cares. Nobody's doing nothing about it. Now, shit wouldn't be no different if Trump was in there. Hell, he's the one that turned every bit of the control over to FEMA, the United Nations. He's the one that did this. So either way, we would have fucking been screwed. But you guys don't care about that either. Your brainwashing's got you believing one of these guys are going to save us. One of the two. One of them, a lesser of two evils, are going to save us. These clowns think they have so much fucking power sitting up there in Washington, D.C. They believe their own freaking lies. Now, these guys don't have enough balls to come out and say it's a damn law. You're getting vaccinated and we're sending the military in to get you. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to let these employers, they're going to make them do it for them. If they don't get vaccinated, then you're fined $10,000 a pop. Or you fire them. That's what they've been told. If you have over 100 employees in your company, well, people, That's almost every damn company out here other than your little small little mom and pop shops. And this clown, and I ain't gonna ever call him president again. He's not my president. And from what I found, he probably didn't get half the votes they claim he got. But Trump was not my president either. These two-party paradigm bullshit you guys believe in, sorry for your luck. You're not dragging me into that shit. But when society pushes you out of their being able to exist within society because they're so satanistic and you cannot go along with it, then you have to leave. I don't have a problem with that. I've been planning for that. See, they've been planning for this shit for 140 years. I've been planning for 20 of 60. I ain't sitting here with my hands wondering what the fuck I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do. And I got several setups in case I can't get to one, I can get to the other. And I promise you, you will not want to come after me. I promise you that. I will have Jesus standing with me. And I will be in full defense mode. 100% across the board. And whatever that entails. I will not come after you. I'm telling you not to come after me. Because you guys are going to push this to a point, I'm going to have to freaking pack up and leave. Because you guys are not going to make me shoot at you. I will leave before I have to pull my guns on you people. You're not going to force me to do that either. But if you come after me, or my family, or the people that are with me, rest assured, there's going to be a fight that has been planned for more than 20 years. I've been planning on this for 20, and I'm not the oldest one in it. I'm not the longest one that's been doing it, I mean. People make no mistake. I ain't the only one out here. There's lots of us. Lots of us. I know people all over this country. I've lived in 11 states. I don't know how many cities. You can make no mistake. I'm not going to be standing alone. People, may God bless us all, because that's the only way out of this. These clowns they really think they have some control. And if you let them, they do. All you have to say is, no, ain't happening. Sorry for your luck. Be soft or be hard, it's up to you. Lay down or stand up. You're going to have to do one of the two. And if you don't have Jesus in your heart, I feel sorry for you, because you're probably going to make the wrong decisions. This is what I taught you, and I love you guys. I hope you look for Jesus. I hope you knock on that door. That's the only way out of this. Till next time, folks. Love you.